Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another quick get ready with me video showing you all of the products that I have been currently obsessing over. So yes, I hope you enjoy it. Let's jump straight on into it. So first up, I'm prepping my skin with the NYX Shine Killer Primer. This is obviously after I've already done all of my skincare and then left my skincare time to settle into my skin. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter. I have rediscovered this foundation in the last couple of weeks and oh my god! I have missed using this stuff. It is so pigmented. It blends out so incredibly well. It covers everything, redness, acne, rosacea, and it seriously does last all day long. Holds up really well with my oily skin, and it's quite warm here in Australia, so it holds up super well with sweat as well. I just freaking love this stuff. It is amazing. Look how nice it makes my skin look. Like seriously, my skin does not really look that nice, but this foundation is like one of those fake it till you make it products. For brows, I'm actually using all Benefit products. For some reason, I've just been obsessing over Benefit brow products lately. So first, I'm taking this brow powder. I think this is their foolproof brow powder. I don't know, it's quick, it's easy, it blends out well, and I just keep finding myself reaching for it on a day-to-day basis. So I pretty much map out my brows and shade them in lightly. Then I take the Precisely My Brow Pencil. Now this is an interesting one because I don't normally like using brow pencils, and you guys know that, but I've just been doing this every single day lately, filling in the tips of my brows and really just like, I don't know, sculpting them and making them look a lot more defined. And then lastly, filling them in finally with the Gimme Brow. This is a brow gel that makes your hairs look thicker and darker. So I need all the help that I get because you guys know that my brows are naturally blonde, even though my hair is naturally dark brunette. And then the brows are done. I don't know, for some reason, these have been my go-to. You know how you go through stages and you're like, yes, give me this every day? I'm having one of them. Then as always, prepping my eyes using the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre. I pretty much don't even need to explain this step. You guys are so sick of me hearing it, but it is the best ever eyeshadow primer. Like literally ever. For eyeshadows today, we're going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Eyeshadow Palette. I have been loving this since the first time that I used it. It's a really beautiful, wearable, everyday palette that's super easy to work with. First, I'm taking Emperor, which is like this soft bone color, and I'm going to be setting down that eyeshadow primer. I talk about this all the time. It's very important to set down your eye primer properly so that there's no tackiness, so that it's very easy to blend on top. And I'm going to be doing sort of a smoky winged eyeliner look today. I've been obsessing over this look lately, so we don't actually really need to apply a whole heap of eyeshadows. Next up, I'm taking Orange Soda and I'm going to be working that one through the crease as a bit of a transition color. Not in like a traditional sense, but more so to add a little bit of shadow there to make my eyelids look bigger and give them more definition and just make, you know, the entire eyeshadow look kind of come together. It's basically to make it look like you've spent a really long time doing your makeup when you actually haven't. Next up, I'm taking Dusty Rose and I'm pretty much going to do the same thing with that color. I'm just going to go over Orange Soda, adding a little bit more shadow to that crease area, making my eyes look a lot more three-dimensional. You can see here as I'm doing this, I'm actually dragging that shadow a little bit further out than I typically normally would because we are going to be doing this amazing smoky wing, and it basically just builds the color and the depth in that outer corner of the eye for me to apply the wing over the top. It'll make sense soon, I promise. For the lower lash line, I'm pretty well going to just repeat those two colors. So first taking Orange Soda on a small shading brush, and then I'm going to be repeating the Dusty Rose color in the outer corners as well. Just really smudging it all in, not really adding too much shadow under there because we want to keep the lower lash line fairly clean. Now, moving on to eyeliner. As always, and I always say this in all of my videos, it's completely personal. You can do a really thick wing, you can do a really skinny wing. Just basically base it on what you're feeling on that particular day. I'm using the L'Oreal gel eyeliner to do this. This stuff is so creamy, it's so black, and it's so easy to work with. And the one thing that I will say when doing a smoky wing, make sure that you rub that gel eyeliner really well into your lashes so that there's none of your skin kind of peeking through. We don't want to be able to see any of your skin kind of underneath where the wing is. It just makes it look a little bit messy. So yeah, and the great thing about this also is you don't have to be particularly neat because we're going to go in over the top and smudge it all out with eyeshadow. So if you make a mistake, you don't even need to worry about it. Next up, I'm taking the chocolate color from the palette. It's just a matte brown shadow, and I'm gently going to be smudging it over the top of that wing with a very small eyeshadow brush, just building it up in stages. A lot of people will make the mistake by going straight in with a black eyeshadow when doing this, and that's how you get that weird line that doesn't blend out. By starting out with a brown first, it makes the whole process a lot easier. Then once I've smudged that in a little with that smaller brush, I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush. It's actually the same one that I used on my lower lash line with no additional product, and what I'm going to be doing is basically just rubbing that all over the top, blending those shadows out further, rubbing it into the skin so that it looks like I've essentially slept in my makeup overnight. It's so romantic. It's also really, really amazing for hooded eyes. It's a great way to wear, it's a great way to wear a winged eyeliner without completely, concealing the entire lid space. Now with the matte black eyeshadow from the palette, I'm pretty well repeating that same step. I'm taking a small amount of this shadow, I'm rubbing it over the top of the wing. Don't worry if you take it underneath the wing in that outer corner, because it's very easy to clean it up with a makeup wipe or a bit of eye makeup remover on an angled brush, and then taking that larger eyeshadow brush and rubbing it all in. And I tell you what else, this looks amazing on brides. This is seriously one of my most requested bridal looks that I used to do. It just looks gorgeous for those photos where you're looking down at your bouquet or whatever it is. So romantic. Okay, next up I'm going in with a couple of coats of mascara, and then these are the Nikkia Joy Cosmetics Gabriella lashes, and I'm very, very excited to let you guys know that we are currently having a massive Easter sale. Everything is between 20 to 40% off, and these ones in particular are 20% off. They are reusable up to 25 times. They're really, really soft, comfortable, wispy. You're about to see that anyway, but yeah, just thought I would let you guys know we're celebrating Easter. I freaking love Easter. Give me all the chocolate, give me the hot cross buns, give me it all. You'll notice too that adding a pair of lashes just makes the whole look a lot smokier and just really sultry, and like I said, like amazing for brides or special occasions, like legit dead. For concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me. Again, this has been an obsession of mine for years and years and years, but I keep reaching for this one and the Makeup Revolution concealer pretty well every day. This one's it's my everyday concealer. It's creamy, it's blendable, it's pigmented, it's not hard to work with. Like, it doesn't set down super fast, meaning that, like it's tricky to blend out in the morning when you're already stressed as and trying to get out the door. It's just beautiful and it covers up everything. I absolutely love the stuff. And I'm of course blending that in with a beauty blender. You guys know the drill. I pretty well use these for everything. I use them for primer, for foundation, for concealer, and for powder. I'm a junkie, okay? Now the Coty Air Spun Powder has been one of my most used setting powders over the last, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. I'm still struggling with the perfume fragrance of this. A lot of you guys have said that there is a fragrance-free one. Haven't been able to get my hands on it yet, but at this point, I don't even care because it gives my skin such a beautiful, blown-out, smooth appearance. It hides all of my texture, all of my enlarged, huge-ass pores. It's just beautiful, so it makes the scent totally worth it. As far as bronzers go, I'm obsessing over the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzers at the minute. I always find myself coming back to these bronzers. They're so pigmented, but at the same time, they're very easy to blend. It can actually be quite tricky to, get the right balance between something that's, got really great depth to it, but at the same time doesn't get like all choppy and gross on the cheeks. But this one is amazing. The blush that I've used most frequently in the last month has been this one by Ciate. And interestingly enough, this is one of the only products by Ciate that I have got that I'm legitimately obsessed with and use all the time. I don't know. I just don't seem to have too much luck with them. And then of course, oh my God, the Anastasia Beverly Hills resi collaboration. This resi highlighter, seriously, there are no words. It is beautiful and smooth. It's so pigmented. You can wear it naturally. You can wear it like crazy beaming glow. I love this stuff and it does not emphasize texture. Then finally, to finish the look, I'm going for something a little bit more bold. I don't know if you guys find this phenomenon as well, but every year around Easter, I always find myself doing bright pink lips and nails. You'll notice, I hope that you noticed my pink glittery Easter nails. I just become obsessed with Easter, and I've got a little trick to show you. If you apply a lipstick and then you find that it's just way too bright, take a nude, any kind of nude satin lipstick and apply it over the top. Completely mutes down the color while still keeping the undertones, and it makes it beautiful and comfortable and wearable all day long. So there you go. Hopefully you've learned something new. And once you've done that, that pretty well completes the look, guys. So I hope that you really enjoyed the tutorial today. The biggest happy Easter to you all. I'm going to be in a food coma, so I'm probably going to be MIA all weekend. But I love you all so, so much. I hope you have the most amazing long Easter weekend, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!